everyone, my name is Clarissa Moon, and today I am here with an incredible actor. He's been in FINIAN'S RAINBOW and HAIRSPRAY on Broadway, done a bunch of national tours, and I'll let him tell you the rest. Everyone, please welcome Tyrick Wiltez Jones!
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me here today.
When you're in a Broadway show, what is opening night like? What does that feel like?
Normally, for someone like me, tired. Up until this point, we've been in rehearsals for, 6 to 8 weeks. We've done tech, and a lot of 10 out of 12s. We've done previews where we're still rehearsing, but trying out the show 7, 8 times a week in front of an audience. And leading up to that, depending on your role, you are also partaking in a lot of extracurricular, meaning like interviews, sometimes performances to market and sell your show. So by the time opening night hits, for me, I'm normally just like, cannot wait to get this over with. But the audience for opening nights are insane. There's nothing like them. So you're excited about that, but normally I'm thinking about the next day where I could sleep in probably.
So you did Hairspray on and off on Broadway for 4 years.
Almost.
What is it like to be in a Broadway show for that long?
It's a privilege because we know shows open and closed. To be in a successful show that at the time when I was in, I wasn't worried about it closing. It's like having what we call a government job. those are your Hamiltons, your Wickets, your Lion Kings, You really become a family with the cast and the different people that come in and out. There are experiences that I've had with, my colleagues, my peers there, that we will forever be intertwined. People grow, people get married, people have kids, we lose loved ones, and you experience that with your cast members. And a lot of times you grow closer because we're all having life experiences.
What would you say would be your favorite or most special memory from being on Broadway?
Wow, that's a hard one. I would say probably special will be coming out of stage door and having someone feel or share with you that the show changed their life, or your performance in the show inspired them to do something better or something else, or just, anything like that. When I see the next generation kids, but even adults, when people are touched by the performance that I try to give, to me, that's a pinch me moment, because it's like, wow, they get it. And what I'm doing is not in vain, because I believe in what I do. And when someone understands it and they get it, to me, those are the special moments.
You've been in a lot of national tours. How does touring life differ from Broadway? Does being in a touring company require anything different from an actor?
You get to meet different audiences. That can be different, I think, for the actor, because audiences, depending on where you are in the country or in the world, respond differently.
How do you deal with that?
You try not to let them dictate your show. I know when I worked in Japan, I was doing FOSSE there, and you would do a number and the audience was quiet. They might clap a little bit, but and we were like, they're not enjoying us. Okay, this is hard, but then at the end, they went insane. They just went up, and it's because they were listening, especially because the show was in English. And oh my gosh, they would chase me down the street. You would have thought I was a young Michael Jackson or something. It was crazy. I was like, whoa, I'm no one.
Japanese fan culture.
Yeah.
Wow.
They love to give gifts.
Who would have known?
Yeah. I would come to my hotel, and at the front desk, there would just be gifts. Mr. Jones, somebody's, and nice gifts. And it took some getting used to, actually. I was like, whoa, thank you.
What is your favorite tour that you've been on?
I would say Fosse. And the reason I would say Fosse is because his work was my introductory to musical theater. I remember watching Sweet Charity on PBS when I was a kid. And I was just flipping the channels, and I saw this Black man singing, and he was Sammy Davis Jr. doing Rhythm of Life. And it was like, he looks like me. And I remember seeing this other guy in the background, whom at that time I didn't know, but that was Ben Vereen, who looked like me. And so I was always in awe of Fosse's work before I even knew who he was. And then when I was 15 and I had the opportunity to work with Anne Ranking and, be mentored by her and a lot of other people from the Fosse camp, I was now learning the original works and the style. And then I get a chance to do the show. And I remember first time I saw the show, I was invited by Anne and Deborah McWaters. It was this benefit for Broadway Cares. I saw that show and I remember I was in a rehearsal later with Anne and I said, I'm going to do that show. Like later, and she was like, really? I was like, yeah, I'm going to do Fosse. And to have that opportunity, a couple of years later, I would say is my favorite for those reasons.
Well, Tyrick, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
This has been Clarissa Moon Talks to the Stars. See you later.